Right guys, we're going to follow up on the page 248 in the grade 9 textbook. We're doing the betreklike vorrnaamwoorde. We're just going to do an exercise there to make sure that you can see what's going to happen there, right? Our first sentence on page 248, betreklike voornaamwoorde, there it is activiteit 19. Alright, activity 19, die kat, our first sentence, die kat, wie, wat, right? There we have to choose. It says kies die regte woord tussen hakies. So we have to choose the correct word between brackets, right? Daar lê die kat, wie of wat daar lê, right, is sick. Right, so the cat is sick. Then in this sentence, we know that this is not a human being. We know this is not a human being. This is an animal, right? We know this is an animal. So when we look at the words that we are choosing from, wie or wat, we cannot be using wie because the cat, when we speak to the cat, it doesn't communicate back. It cannot talk, so it has no human qualities, right? Except for loving, right? And then because it says we are using wat for animals, for people and for things, in this case there is an animal, and that we cannot communicate with the animal. We cannot, it cannot communicate back when we say good morning. So definitely sure we are going to what? Choose wat. Alright? So there is an animal, then we are choosing wat because the cat cannot communicate like humans. We're using this wie only for humans, right? Right, number 2 there. Let's look at number 2. Die kos. Die kos. And then we also have a choice between wie and wat. Die kos ek bestel het, right? The food that I ordered, right? So here in this sentence we are talking about what? We're talking about food. Food being a thing. Cannot be an animal, cannot be a person, right? So there we have food. This one is what? It's a thing. Right, food is a thing. And then we have to choose between wie and wat. Remember, betreklike voornaamwoorde, wat we're using for humans, what we're using for animals, and what we're using for things. So in this sentence here, kos, we have food here, and that obviously cannot be a human being. If we speak to our food, then it definitely will not communicate back. If you speak to the maguinea on your plate and tell the maguinea to open up so that the French can start biting, you understand, then unfortunately no communication will take place because it cannot communicate. It's a thing, right? So obviously we're going to have to what? Choose wat. Alright? Die kos wat ek bestel het, the food that I ordered. Right, let's look at number 3. Number 3. Number 3 says die beeste. Die beeste. Wie and wat. Remember we are choosing the correct word. Wat op die plaas. Right? Loop. Right? Die beeste wat op die plaas loop. Alright? Here we are dealing with what? We are dealing with an animal once again. So obviously we are not choosing wie because that is not an animal, that is not a human being. We are definitely choosing wat. Alright? So as you can see in these 3 examples that we did here, definitely sure when we are dealing with animals, things and human beings, we're using wat. The only time when we have to use wie is when we have a voorzetsel in our sentence, right? There in activity 20, there is some tests for you to do, activities there for you to do. Then they also have the voorzetsels there, betreklike voornaamwoorde in the highlighted block there for you to choose, right? Right, I'm going to do the first sentence, die meisie. Die meisie ek verlang, right? As baie mooi. Die meisie ek verlang. So in there, you're going to have to choose between that highlighted square, right? We're going to have to choose a word in the highlighted square. Let me just help there. Right, then they have met wie. Then they have waaraan. Then they have op wie. Then they have waarop. Then waarmee. Then na wie. Right. So in those we're gonna have to choose from. Right. It said die meisie ek verlang. Die meisie ek verlang is baie mooi. And then they've got in the highlighted square, they've already joined the two. Right? And then you will find you have to choose between the one, you have to choose the correct betreklike voornaamwoord. In that square, it will definitely be, because there is a human being, right? And then you are thinking about, because you are missing this person, right? You are thinking about this person, you are missing this person, right? Die meisie, die meisie na wie, right? Die meisie na wie ek verlang is baie mooi, right? Unfortunately, in this activity, they didn't allow us to see which voorzetsel they used. In this case, it will definitely then be aan plus wie, so that will be na wie sy verlang. Alright, as baie mooi. So look at that activity, try and see if you can do it. Remember, in the second activity they are using voorzetsels, and if you are using voorzetsels, definitely you are going to be dealing with human beings. That is where you start with working with wie. Alright, so in the first activity there was no voorzetsels, and then we only worked with wat. In the second activity, there is voorzetsels that we have to choose from. So just look at those ones and see which one fits the best there. But definitely sure, you must make sure that you choose the correct one. Alright. Thank you very much for joining me on this second video for betreklike voornaamwoorde. Please tell a friend, download this video for future reference when you are studying before the exams. And I'm sure this is going to help you for the matric as well. Alright. Thank you very much. Please download, share, subscribe, okay?